Hello, welcome to Scalemodeling. How is everybody? Let me just get myself set up a bit better here. I'm doing this live stream direct through through YouTube without Streamlabs like I usually do, so I couldn't check my camera and everything, but looks pretty good. That's great. All right, so welcome to New York. No, just joking. Not New York. I'm a long way from New York. I couldn't be much further away from New York. Thailand. And to boldly go Model Works. How are you, buddy? How are you, James? I have to make an apology to begin with. I've only got one person in at the moment to apologise to. I didn't realise that Paul ISM was going to go live. I got my times all messed up. And yeah, he went on about nearly an hour and a half ago and he's still online. I didn't know how long their stream goes for. I can't remember. So maybe I should have started mine an hour later. But anyway, sorry, Paul. I don't want to steal all your fans, which I'm sure I won't. Kelvin, how are you, buddy? Thanks for calling in. And Jim, hey, Jim. Better than 2 a.m.? Yeah, this is a bit more better time for you, isn't it? Now, can you let me know, how's the sound? And I do have a bit of noise happening at the moment, I'm afraid. We'll just have to bear with that. Looks like I've got new tenants moving in next door that are about to rent in this nice little resort hotel I'm in. It's a nice, colourful place. Sound is good. Fantastic. That's good to hear. And the picture looks all right. Unfortunately, the sky's a bit grey. There is a storm on the way. We had a pretty big storm yesterday afternoon, and that washed away quite a bit. And yeah, anyway, unfortunately, good timing. The neighbours just happened, new neighbours just happened to show up right now. Anyway, we'll give that a chance to finish up. Other than that, yeah, the stream's looking okay. I'm just making some adjustments with my camera angle if I can. Get this down a bit. More up. That's it. All right, we're good. At 4 every day. Yeah, same here, mate. About that time of the afternoon, the clouds roll in. Haven't noticed it being so hot. It's about 30, 32 degrees Celsius. So, you know, what's this? Aussie scale modelers in there saying, yeah, head is filling the screen. Good. That's what we like to see. Lots of head filling the screen. Anyway, so this is interesting. This is probably, I think, the first time I've ever gone live direct without using a third-party software. So I'm trying to get used to this. So I can see we got 7 in chat. Thanks for showing up. That's great. 2 thumbs up. Good on yous. I have to keep doing this, you'll notice, throughout the stream. There are flies everywhere. You've got no idea. I mean, I thought the flies in Australia were bad, but they're pretty intense here. I also have mosquitoes, extremely loud. They're about the same size as flies. If I get one land on my arm, I'll show you it. I'll show you one. But we'll wait and see. They, for some reason, and this happens to me wherever I go in the world, they don't bite me. So maybe I just don't have the sweet blood they like. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the mosquitoes, they don't bite me. They'll land and then take off. I'm very fortunate. But the sound by my ear, which I'm hearing all the time, is constantly a bother. Even though I know I'm not going to get bitten, you just automatically try to wipe them away. Anyway, so I have to apologize. I didn't get on last week. We were on the island in Koh Chang. It was beautiful down there. I never got a chance to get down onto the beach and do a sandcastle build. It's probably unlikely that's going to happen, as the nearest beach from here is about 5 hours drive away. Here is fairly remote out here where I am. The place is called Song Sang. It's Soengsang. From Bangkok, it would take you about 5.5 hours to get here. You go east towards Cambodia, fairly close to the Cambodian border, probably about, I don't know, 45 minutes or less to the Cambodian border. But if you went east and get to a place called Korat, and then head directly south, about an hour and 20 minutes, you would come to a place called Chonburi, and then there's another place called Chok Chai, and then you get down to where we are. But it's a really nice, quiet spot, very rural area. Most people around here grow durian, is a very popular fruit here. Need a special taste for that. But I actually like durian. Durian's infamous in that some hotels will ban you for bringing it into the room because the smell's so bad. But it tastes better than it smells. You might hear that if my microphone is picking that up. You get a lot of this is people go around in their Hilux utes and they sell whatever they're selling out the back, and they have loudspeakers playing. And yeah, it sounds like the local races. It does. I don't understand a word of Thai, so I have no idea, but he's probably selling some vegetables of some sort from the back of his ute. Just down the road from here, I'm a bit out of town here. You're back in number 5. I'll put you down for number 5 in the first. No problem. Could you imagine listening to a horse race in Thai? Wow. So yeah, I'm a little bit out of town. I've got a friend, a friend of my girlfriend here who's got a motorbike, so we've got a little bike to ride around. We're about a 10-minute ride out of town. Very rural. This place is just a local thing here. There's no tourists come through this town very often at all. Hey Jeff, how are you, mate? Just woke up and saw you were on live. Mate, it's got to be pretty early in the morning for you. I looked at the time in the US and I thought, oh God, I can't do a time that's good for everybody. You know, Jim's saying it's worse than the election. That's true. Yeah, 4 a.m. That's about my normal wake up time. It's probably yours too. Yeah. No, man, he's all bright and cheery now that he's seen my face on the screen. He's ready for a day of modeling. Yeah? By the body part. Yeah, selling off by the body part. Oh, geez. It was bright and cheery. Yeah. This is your wake-up call. Yeah. Look, I'm on holidays and I still get up at that time. I seriously do. Like Sue's live streams over here is about 2 in the morning. I may catch the very end of that if they get run into 2 hours, but yeah, I'm up at 4 o'clock. But then I'll go back to bed. I'll stay up at 4, stay up till about 5:30, and then go back to sleep for a bit more. The problem is that the aircon, we have aircon in the rooms, and the thing's on like Arctic level, Arctic cold. It's freezing. I don't know why they love it so cold, because you put on the air conditioning and it's like sleeping in a refrigerator, but yet they're cuddled under the blanket trying to keep warm. Well, it makes sense to me. Anyway, so yeah, it's and the chickens here in the morning. Got to get used to that. They started about 4 o'clock too. Not long after I wake up, the roosters start crowing just in the distance. Anyway, but no, I had a good day today. Today we went out, left pretty early for a change, left at 8 a.m. Went up to the girlfriend's restaurant, had breakfast there, stopped at 7-Eleven, bought some stuff on the way. Then traffic, more people coming in. We're usually the only one here. In fact, there's probably about 12 apartments or little units here to stay in, and there's never more than 3 or 4 people staying here. It's usually local men with their girlfriends that come out here. So we get a few come in at night time and leave early in the morning, if you know what I mean. So, and it cost of these rooms here 500 baht a night, which works out at about, gosh, I don't know, maybe about $20 a night or a bit less. Not have a crap. What's it cost to rent a car a day? Man, it's cheap to rent a car, but you can't rent a car here. In fact, you can't even rent bikes here. It's just not a place where foreigners come. So there's no market for it. The nearest place to rent a bike or a car is an hour and a half north up in Korat. That's why we borrowed a bike, which I've offered to pay for the weeks I'll be using it. It's a brand new, what they call a Honda Scooby. It's a 125cc little scooter. It's only about 3 months old, so that was really good of her to lend us that. In fact, that's another thing we did today after breakfast. We went to the Honda dealership they have in town. So it's not that small. There is a Honda dealership, but then every town has a Honda dealership. That is Honda motorbikes, because everybody rides motorbikes. But in there, I went through and had a look at all the bikes they have. And I'll tell you what, some pretty good prices, very cheap. There's one's called a Honda Click. You can pick them up for 50,000 baht, brand new. That works out at about under 2,000 Aussie dollars. And they're a little 125. Then you can go up to one called a Scooby, which are the popular ones that they like getting around on. I don't know what the C90 is, but they have ones, the Groms, little Groms that you get around on. They have those. They cost upwards of 100,000 baht, so that gets a bit more expensive. That's getting up to about $4,000, I think. That works out about that, 100,000 baht. There was also some Honda, I don't know what they call them, but yeah, Jim's saying my MG costs 800,000 baht. Really? That's a fair bit. You know, I thought she just rode past on there is what they call a little Scooby. They're great little reliable bikes, cheap. They had some nice 300cc bikes with ABS, more looking like a Ninja type style, which is something the Click. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Honda Click. Yeah, I saw them today, brand new for Honda Click, 80,000. Yeah. So yeah. So I was actually thinking of buying a second-hand bike while I was here now. But actually, second-hand bikes are almost the price of new ones. Way expensive, which is good if you wanted for resale value. But a second-hand one was only about 10,000 cheaper than a new one. So I thought, no, I won't worry about it. Mate, buy a Jag. Yeah, that'd go well here, wouldn't it? Although there are not so much here, but what's popular here are the Toyota Hiluxes. They really do them up, like they do up all the suspension on them, put the bigger wheels on them. Yeah, they look pretty crazy. So yeah, when I come over here to live next year, I'll buy us a bike each, and that'll sort that out. I was also speaking to a guy down here that's been living here I think he's been living here for about 15 years. And he used to manage a pub in Phuket. He's an Aussie guy for 20 years. So he's the person, he's the go-to guy for whatever you need to know. Great, gave me some excellent information on my superannuation and retirement and how to make sure that I get the best value out of that when time comes. Rental properties here. A rental property, the average rental here is between 3,000. Now, if you do the maths, let's just do a quick one. 3,000 baht, 3,000 baht in Australian dollars is, no, that didn't work, did it? Let me try that again. 3,000 baht into Australian dollars. All right, so $130 a month is the average rental here. Okay, 130 Aussie dollars a month. When that in US, you're looking at $70 a month in rental. Now that would get you a nice 2-bedroom, well, townhouse style place with parking out the front. Now, if you go up to, my budget's up to 5,000, so I'm going to go up to, you know, close to $200 a month. Big spender like I am. That will get me a decent looking little house with a good sized bit of land. But they're a little bit hard to come by. You can find apartments in town around the 3,000 price. What's this? Jace wants to know what's 500 a month get you. I mean, there wouldn't be something that expensive here. I mean, $500 a month, you'd have a hard time finding something that much in a place like this. I mean, so, you know, when I say 5,000, you know, nearly $200 Australian a month gets you air conditioning, everything you want. So, what part of Thailand? G'day, MRG. So I'm in, let's say, 4 hours east of Bangkok towards Bangkodia, towards Cambodia in the north. Okay. How is the crime rate here? Someone else asked that question. The crime rate, there is no crime. And I'm serious. I am seriously, I could leave, you leave your keys in your bike at 7-Eleven, go shopping or go wherever. No one's going to take your bike. I remember watching someone else do a YouTube video in Bangkok where he got 1,000 baht note, right? Left that on the ground, put a little container on it so it wouldn't blow out on a busy street in Bangkok, and he watched to see who would pick it up. And hundreds of people walked past, and everyone that saw it didn't do anything. They just left it there. The ones that did go and pick it up handed it into wherever the business was that it was outside. Hey, Moss, how are you, buddy? Good one, mate. So yeah, there's no crime here. I mean, plus this is a really small village, a small town, so most people know everybody. David, how are you, mate? Welcome. Oh, we got 16 people. Gosh, excellent. Dave says, "What's it? Caught me by surprise. It's live stream. Yeah, hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I caught everyone by surprise. I just put it up with about 2-hour notice and see how things are, because we got a storm coming over. Probably in the next hour, it's going to come down with some rain. How's the credit card standing up? Oh, mate, not a problem at all. Not a problem. You know, like, to be honest with you guys, I came over here with $10,000 cash. I put that in the bank because I have a Bangkok bank account, and I've been here almost 2 weeks now. I have not spent. I don't think I've spent $1,000, and that includes some 2 fairly luxury nights in Bangkok, and then out on the island where I got one of the best rooms out there. And here, this is 500, and I just gave her 5,000 baht today for the next 10 days. So there's $200 for the next 10 nights. Hey, Skullfish, how are you, mate? There's Anfield Road layout in the loft. How are you, buddy? Been watching your live streams too. See you at BMW. Hey, buddy, welcome. Belfast, boy, I bet it's not as warm as it is here over there. Right now, I can tell you the temperature here is 31 degrees. That's Celsius. The feels like temperature is probably about 30, 35. It's not too bad. Anyway, now I know this is a modeling channel, and your name is Lee. Good, I will remember that. Thank you. That makes it easy to name your channel every time I say g'day. All right. And what else we got? Yeah, I was going to ask you, and because this is a modeling channel, so we've got to throw something to do with modeling in here, eh? All right. So I want to ask, has anyone built that? Now, I know it's probably backwards to you. All right. So rather than trying to read it, that's the Tamiya Brabham. All right. That's the Martini Brabham BT44B. It's a 1/12 scale, I think. Just check that. Anyway, you know what it is. Yeah, so that's that. Because I saw this for sale. Look at that engine. That's why I want to build this. Look at the detail in that engine. Now, ever since I started building motorbikes, I just love doing the detail on engines. Yeah, Martin Brabham, that's the one. So, have you built this? Is it a good kit? I found it quite cheap. I've looked on eBay, and I can get it for about it's $100 Australian, but I've seen it if you watch the video I did of that model shop in Bangkok, they had one sitting in there. If I remember right, it was about $50, the equivalent. So I'm going to grab that. I don't know what else I'm going to buy. I literally went out and bought a new suitcase. So I now have a 3-foot high suitcase to just fill up with models pretty much, and clothes. And what else? And who else? Who we got here? Somebody's saying g'day. Look, say hi to Moss. I said hello to Moss when he came in. Didn't you hear me? You probably weren't there. Clean your ears out. Yeah, so that's pretty cheap. Yeah, a lot of stuff is cheap. A lot of the stuff is not as cheap as when I was here last year. Things seem to have gone up a little bit. But because I'm not paying for postage, then I'm saving a bit of money there. And I won't repeat what a certain person is messaging me at the moment. He's being quite rude. Hibbo, are you in there? Anyway. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm not sure what else I'm going to buy. I've got to fill that suitcase up with stuff. Clothes as well, actually. Even though it's winter back in Sydney, I need some tracksuit pants and stuff like that. I did get one pair down in Pattaya. That was another thing. After Gaia, we went to Pattaya and stayed there for 3 days. Boy, that place is busy, and it's low season now. And it was really busy. A lot of the reason it was busy, there he is. There he is. There's Hibbo. So, yeah, the reason it's busy in Pattaya is mainly because they're doing a lot of roadworks, and and that sort of thing. But it's changed a lot since I was there in August, I think it was last year. Many things have opened up more. It was at the end of COVID, and so I've what's this? Clothes? No, more models. Yeah, I know, but the clothes are so cheap. Look, these t-shirts are 50 cents, right? And I've still got the ones I bought last year when I was here, and they're just as good as the day I bought them. Although I have gone up a size. I'm in XL now instead of just X or whatever it was. 50 cents. So I grabbed about 5 of these. The tracksuit pants I bought, they were about $2, $3. So I've found a few markets I'm going to go to here. On Monday they have a big market up the road from here. So I've been there last year and it's really good. That's where I bought you your watch, by the way, Jace. You know that nice watch I bought? No, your cigarette lighter, your Zippo imitation cigarette lighter I bought you from the same market. I'm going to go and buy these clothes. Anyway, what else? Missing anything on chat? No, not really. Just Hibbo talking. 10 degrees Celsius. All right. I'll give you have a look around here. I'll just show you. We'll do a quick scan now that I've got the camera like this. So there's all the little apartments you can see. We'll just turn around. There it is out there. Quite rural. There's some more apartments. There's my friend. Say hello. Oi. On the mobile. Yeah, I know the centre needs a good mow, but they've done out the front here of each of the units really well. So those clouds aren't looking as threatening as they were earlier. There we go, which is all back down there. That's it. There we go. David asking, are there any stingy, bitey things where you are? Mosquitoes. If you have an issue with mosquitoes, not a place to be. They don't bite me for some reason. They land on me, and they're pretty big, but I've not had a single bite yet. So, yeah. Oh no, eating them, man. We won't go into what they eat here. We all know that. Anything. Nothing else bites here. No, I don't think there's anything else bites. No. If anything, the locals are biting them back when they're eating them. So I put up part 2 of my motorbike build, and because these motorcycle builds I did, the Ninja, I managed to get them done in between the Yamato before I went away, so they will come out each week to cover while I'm away. There'll also be an unboxing of another motorbike that I've got. In fact, another 2 motorbikes over the weeks I'll be here. But I'm really looking forward to doing the Honda Monkey. I think Paul from Paul, our monkey friend. So he's built one of them, and a few others have done them. Over here, there's a great big fan club of those bikes on Facebook, and they're real popular bikes to own over here, and they do some amazing customizing and doing them up. So I'll do what I can to make mine a little bit stand out a bit different, particularly in the paint side of things. Jace, there, I got that beautiful blue paint that you sent me. That's going to go on one of the bikes for sure. I'm going to need to get some white off you too for that Brabham Formula 1 car. Hey Wayne, hey, welcome, mate. Yeah, they are, aren't they, Hibbo? They're a great judge of character. Yeah, They keep away from me, man. No sweet blood here, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, it's the flies. That's, it all depends where you are too. Like, I've heard that if you're just one story off the ground, the flies are nowhere near as bad. It's more down at ground level, which is why I hope to rent a house that has like an upstairs. What's this, James? The UK version of a Honda Monkey has a tartan seat. Okay, very good. That's it. They do. They do. They look at my wallet. In fact, I tell you what, I found very handy over here. If you happen to come over here, well, it's not that easy, but because I have a Thai bank account in the Bangkok Bank, I have their app on my phone, and I can use all the ATMs, of course, which means that if I put money into that, there's no ATM fees. But one of the good things too is they have an app on the phone like PayWave we have in Australia. Yeah, but so you just scan and pay. For instance, I paid 5,000 for the apartment today, and all she did was pull out her phone. There's the barcode, the scan thing there. I just scanned over it, punched in the amount, show confirmed, show them that it went through, done, and it comes straight out of your account. So you don't really need much cash at all, although 7-Eleven don't accept those scans, which is unusual, but I'm pretty sure they will accept the Bangkok card I have, the ATM card, bank card, which I haven't tried yet. Yeah, but I always carry a few thousand in my wallet. G'day, Anthony. How are you, mate? Yes, I am. Very much enjoying it. Yeah. Hey, Tony. Welcome. G'day, mate. Yes. The days are really nice. This is low season because of the rain, right? But the rain only comes in the afternoon, and you get pretty, thunderstorms come through, but they only last an hour or so, and everything goes back to normal. So there'd probably be a little bit more cloud around. It's also the hottest time of the year, but I don't mind the heat. And no, I haven't moved from Oz yet. I've come here just for another quick suss of the place. The permanent move is definitely next year, about this time. I need one more year of working and saving hard. One more year of my superannuation contributions going in before I quit the whole thing, and come over here, because I'm learning the difference between living here and holidaying here. All right. So, for instance, in a room here, I can't cook, I can't watch TV because everything's in Thai. It's not my own place to settle in. I don't have a modeling bench set up or anything like that. When we want to eat, we have to go out. We have to eat at restaurants or local places, and you're constantly paying, even though it's cheap. You're paying money out all the time. Go to 7-Eleven, bring food back, and stuff like that. But when you got your own place and you got your own fridge, and you can cook, and I had my model bench set up and the TV set up. I mean, I tell you what, I saw a TV not yesterday, a couple of days ago. It was in Pattaya, in a big shopping centre there. This TV, man, I can't believe the size of it. It was probably as tall as me, so I'm 6 foot. It was as tall as me by a little bit longer than me, probably about 8 foot. Okay, so let's have a look how much that cost. 20,000 baht, 20,000 Thai baht. This beautiful, massive 20,000 Thai baht in Australian dollars. So this TV, $863. It was a Samsung HD TV, $860. Massive. You would pay $5,000 for something like that in Australia. Electronics here is really cheap. I don't know if you're still there, Jim, but it is very cheap in here for your electronic stuff. Home cooked cat. No. Although there was something in the soup last night that had a backbone and was just sitting in there like it looked like one of those dinosaurs that have those spines. Anyway, no, I'm sure it was okay. It tasted good. That's all that matters, you know. Don't worry about what it is. Okay? Is the water safe to drink? You hear horror stories of drinking water in far places. Yeah, well, a stegosaurus. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it looked like, the tailbone of a stegosaurus. Meat here, just quickly staying on that subject, I'll get back to the water. Meat here, Australian meat, believe it or not, is cheaper to buy here than it is in Australia. Go figure that. All right, talking to the guy today, he could buy Australian fillet, right, like proper sirloin fillet steak, for the equivalent of about between $13 and $15 a kilo. And you would pay $40 a kilo for that back in Australia. And it is Australian beef. It's all from the big supermarket, place called Macro, where you can buy all that stuff. It's just incredible. Water, nobody drinks tap water, even the locals. All right. Nobody drinks tap water straight out of the tap. You want to brush your teeth, that's okay. All right. It'd take a while before them fall out, if you've got any. No, everybody gets water delivered, and it's really cheap. So my friend who lives here, which is married to my girlfriend's sister. Okay, he's been here for 2 years now. He gets water delivered once a month on average, and they come in the big bottles. Yeah, you get the big bottles delivered to your house. It costs something like, 50 cents or less for one of these big bottles. They get about 20 of those delivered, and when they're down to the last one or two, they get the next one. They take the empties and replace them. Bottled water, you can go into 7-Elevens and buy a bottle of water for, when I'm talking currency, I'm always talking Australian. So 20, 30 cents will get you a 2-litre bottle of water. This, Coke, and it's, believe it or not, that's the original, even though you can't read the scribble there. So this can of Coke costs in 7-Eleven, out of the fridge, 30 cents. 30 cents. So who needs water, eh? 30 cents. In fact, you can buy them. There's a bulk supermarket in town here where you can buy those in bulk of like 50 cans, and they get down to like 20 cents a can. So yeah, bottled water, no problem. And bottled water is available anywhere and everywhere. So yeah, very cheap. All right, very cheap. I mean, I'm way off retirement age yet, but I don't know how it is in other countries, but your pension you get when you retire, you wouldn't be able to survive. You'd have to struggle. You'd either have to own your own house because you couldn't afford to rent, or have family and friends to help out. Because a full pension in Australia, and again, a friend who owns the pub here in town was telling me he gets the Australian pension while he lives here. It's $990 something a fortnight. Hey, $990 a fortnight. That's heaps. That's heaps, Do I haggle at the 20 cents? Mate, I still look at the prices in there and I'll go, well, I'll pick the cheaper one. Absolutely. When it all comes down to it, I don't know, different brands. I saw something that was bread. I know milk. All right. I took a photo of it actually. a 2-litre container of milk. There was one there. I don't remember the price, but it seemed pretty expensive, probably Western prices. And there was one right next to it that looked like a no frills label one. It was a quarter of the price, exactly the same. Obviously, I'd take the cheaper one. Well, then again, I'll let you know after I taste it. Alcohol's very cheap here, right? I don't drink alcohol. I do have another bottle of Chang. I bought 2 more actually. I've already had one today. Or, hey, me not drinking alcohol. Anyway, the missus is the influence on me here. She drinks Leo. So $1.50 for a bottle of Chang in the fridge at 7-Eleven. So what are we talking there? It's cheap. I'll give you another good tip, another idea too. I don't smoke cigarettes, right? But I saw a packet of Benson and Hedges, packet of 25s at a 7-Eleven, and I looked at the price, $3. There you go. How's that compare to where you guys are? Enough to make you want to start smoking. Yeah, pack of 25 Benson Hedges were $3 in 7-Eleven. Amazing. Like in the rest of Australia too, they actually cover it up, so you can't really read it like they do, you know. So what's this? There is a difference between goats and cows, Pete. Oh, you're talking about the milk? Doesn't matter. Yeah, 15 pounds a pack. Yeah, I think they're more expensive in Australia. I think I asked someone nearly $60 for a packet. Yeah, that's it. $48 for a packet in Queensland. That's right. $3 here, mate. $3. You know, so it's the government taxes. We're just getting ripped off. Yeah. So where else we got? There was something else. Yeah. Wow. How much? Nearly $469 for a carton of smokes. Is that for 20 or 200? Yeah. Look, I quit when they went over $10 a packet. God knows. That wasn't that long ago. Maybe that was 15 years ago. It's always longer than you think, isn't it, when you think back? You know? I tell you what, I went and had a massage today. Okay. Don't start thinking wrongly, Hibbo. So my girlfriend's father is he's a farmer, but he also does massages for patients. The hospital bring him patients in a minibus, and he does massages for the elderly people. When I was here last year, I was suffering. It was not long after I had COVID, and I had that consistent cough afterwards, and I had a pain in my lungs. So every time I breathed in, I had this pain, and it was a month after I had COVID, and I think I did it from coughing all the time. So when I came here and I ended up getting a massage by this guy, 2 sessions of this massage, and fixed it instantly on the spot. Never had a problem since. Fixed. Long COVID, gone. I recently have problems with my bicep here. I get a sharp pain here in my muscle on the arm here from using my mouse, actually. I think it's from the just lack of using this arm. And I had my first massage on this today. Oh, God, pain, tears in my eyes. I'll get another one, but I'm sure he'll fix that problem up too. Do I look, what's this? I look cranky. I hate to think how much they will be in 20 years from now. Oh, look, they're all smoking those vape things now, aren't they? Over here, most people roll their own, buy the tobacco. Not a lot of people I see, like locals, smoke anyway. Was he behind you? No, he wasn't. But I swear I've never seen somebody with such, like, his fingertips are like steel bolts. But yeah, that'll problem fixed. Paul, hey Paul Bridge, do I plan to live here? Yes, I do. Shovel hands, absolutely. Years of working hard on the farm. Yes, I do. This time next year, very good chance. That's the plan, to being here permanently. So we'll see. So it will happen. It will happen. I've been planning this for a long time. All I'll do is make a trip into Bangkok once every 4 months, stock up on some models. I can get anything, I mean, that last model shop I went through, they had all the 1/200 scale ships up there, everything except the Yamato. But then she told me, when I asked about that, she just sold 3 of them in the last 4 weeks. Somebody here is into modeling. I mean, they had 1/200 scale Missouri. They had the Titanic up there, the Scharnhorst, all excellent. So yeah. And as for equipment, I'm going to have to restock on a lot of stuff. There's a place, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's like eBay or Amazon. It's called Lazada. They use that over here. I'll be using that to get hold of all my, blades and knives and equipment that I need. Compressor, I'll need to get hold of a compressor, all these things, because prices on the ships, yeah, they were, well, I mentioned that Hibbo watched that video too. He reckoned they were similar to what they are in Australia. But the Scharnhorst was quite cheap. The Titanic was about $500, and the MK, I think it was, detail upset for the Titanic, they had that there as well. That was also about $500. Hey Paul, good evening to you. It's afternoon here, almost evening, almost 6 o'clock. It looks like the rain's going to come late during the night, so it should be all right. So yeah. But anyway, otherwise, yeah, this is the plan, to live over here. I'll have myself all set up. I'm happy to build modeling every day. I mean, you guys have been following my channels. A lot of you from the beginning will know that I wasn't working for 12 months when I was building the Kitty Hawk. I mean, I built the 1/300 scale Kitty Hawk with the MK1 photo etch set for that. There was over 8,000 pieces to that kit. I built that in 3 months. You paid $500 for the Titanic last year. Yeah, plus not forgetting the PE sets to go with it. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So anything that I can't buy, I mean, the Tamiya shop in Bangkok has obviously everything you need, and anything that's not on display, they can get it for you. And for me, it cost me nothing. I mean, when I say it's 6 hours to Bangkok from here, that's only like, I think it's about $8 for a bus ticket to get there, and spend a night in a hotel, do your shopping and come back, take your bag and come back with your next 5 months supply of modeling, So, but I could easily just chill out, make sure the aircon's working, and build models. And it's a different, what the main part of that is I'm looking forward to? It's to build a model to know that I'm going to be able to keep it. Because for the last 2 years, probably a little bit more since I started building models and doing this channel, I've also, in longer than that, been planning to live here. Okay, so everything I've built on my channel over all that time, I have no intention of keeping. You know, check my messages. Okay, I can't take all these models over here. I can't bring anything over here. It's just too expensive. I'm not going to play that. All right, I'll play it after the stream because I can just imagine. He sends me these sound things. Look, it's probably him making. I'm not going to play it. So, so on. What was I saying? I've lost my track of thought. Play it. No. Yeah. So I can't bring anything over here. So to sit there and build a model, knowing in my mind that I'm keeping this forever, helps with the mojo quite a lot. Okay. I mean, if it wasn't for Paul, look, Paul Price. No, I don't want to, Paul. If it wasn't for Paul Price coming over in his Colorado truck and allowing me to donate all my models to him, it was like an orphanage for all my models. You know, off they went to a good home, to someone else's home. Eh? Could you imagine building any? You guys, can you imagine building a model, knowing that in the next year or two you're going to go overseas and live somewhere else, and you can't take them with you? And the fact I don't have any family to leave them with, and the ones I do don't want them. And the other fact too is that I live in an apartment in Sydney on my own. I don't know anybody other than the few people I work with, right? That's it. Nobody comes and visit me. No, you don't have to feel sorry for me. I'm used to it, okay? It's all right. But nobody sees my models but me. This is one of the inspirations I had for starting a YouTube channel. It was my only way of sharing what I'm doing and getting it out to people see, because I don't have visitors. No one comes over. I still put them on shelves and display them, but I'm the only one looking at them. But here's different. Here, everybody's interested, you know. I meet locals here, and I can show them. I can give them to people who own restaurants in town. They can put them up somewhere, you know. Anyway, Jason can imagine that. Yeah, building but not finishing models. Yeah, that's right. Even not building any too, you know. Stash. The stashes just build up and up and up. You know, I mean, it's easy to take your stash with you, but not one that's already put together. Could you imagine shipping anything over here? You know, I already hear horror stories of one guy when he first moved over here, sent all his stuff over here, and half of it was all broken. That was just furniture and things. Oh, thanks, David. Thanks for calling in. Thank you. Catch you next time. Play the message. Play it. You're really desperate, aren't you? Oh, God. You know, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Maybe I'll play it and listen, and then we'll see. Here we go. You hear this?
Peter Pumpkinator.
See what I got to deal
Press
with?
5 o'clock. They're annoying you. Peter.
See?
Peter.
See? Childish. I have to put up with this all the time. Hey? Oh, gosh. Hey, Laura, welcome. Your stash has taken over the entire bedroom. Yeah, I ran out of room under the bed for the boxes. For a while there, I didn't want to throw out the boxes. I kept all the boxes the models came in. Then I ended up cutting the lids and keeping the lids because they look really cool, along with the instructions. And I didn't want to throw out any old plastic left on sprues either, in case you might need something that you could scavenge after. Then I realized, no, that never happened. So I threw all that out. Yeah, I'm not a hoarder, but it's pretty hard to throw out model stuff. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. We're plastic obsessive. Absolutely, that's right. We are, aren't we? Hey, is Paul ISM's stream still going? Or is he finished now? Next time I'll go a bit later. Yeah, Hibbo, keep an eye out on Hibbo's Model Bench channel. Subscribe now because he's going to start building models again soon. He's got his new house he's moving into and his new dedicated model room. Saw the pictures you put up today. Smick, you're going to be so well set up there. Looks nice and bright in there to have that bit of space. So you're going to be seeing some models builds coming out on that that new room in the new house soon. So check that out. And get over to Aussie Scale Modeler too. And you know, maybe one day he'll finish a model. You know, like the Lancaster. Is that still? You know, that's the one you have to finish by March. Oh, that's this year. Sorry. It's running a little bit behind schedule. It's all right, though. I'm only stirring the shit out of you. I know how busy you are. How busy you are. You know what? That word, busy, is not going to be a part of my vocabulary anymore. I'm happy to say that the rest of my life does not include busy. No. I'm happy. I will be happy this time next year when it'll be the Oz-Thai modeling channel. All right. I'll have to change the name a bit, won't I? 1 p.m. Laura's got to go do some 1/1 scale work. Good on you, mate. Oh, good on you. Yep. That's real stuff. See ya. Poor Jason. He is smashing the outlaw paints, man. Just not the color I need. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wish you all the best with your outlaw paints. It's going to be as big as it is. It's going to get huge. All that. Good. That's great. And if I can get hold of the paints, I'll be more than happy to keep getting the stuff here in Thailand. For sure. You know, I mean, you know, but it is what it is, and I have to deal with what I can deal with here, what I can get. Well, I almost had a mosquito to show you. Massive here. Yeah. That's all good. All right. Well, look, guys, we're coming up to 58 minutes. So I'm going to head off. I did hear thunder earlier, but it's gone away now, so it doesn't look like it's going to rain. I'm looking forward to getting back and building models. I really miss it on holidays, you know, like, you know, last time I came here, I built those Rocco models. They're not real models, but they gave me something to do. I have nothing now, nothing, other than watching everybody else watching Nigel doing his. Actually, there's something, guys. Get out there. You already do, I'm sure. Watch Nigel, okay? Check out those new videos he's putting out on taking plastic pieces off sprue and preparing them and doing seam lines and stuff like that. I don't care how experienced anybody is. If you watch that and don't learn something, well, that's going to be a rare thing, because the detail he's going into and the information is just fantastic. Okay, so I'll let you all go, and I'm going to head off, and I will try and do this probably the same time next week, but an hour later. See how we go there. So Jeff, you can get an extra hour's sleep next week rather than 4 o'clock in the morning. Gives you all a chance to say goodbye, and fantastic. Thank you all for bothering to join in, even though it wasn't really model related. And yes, I'm going to enjoy my holiday. I really always do. And as Hibbo says, hurry up and finish. That's all I'm going to say because it gets a bit rude. Bye-bye, Peter. Bye-bye, Hibbo. Bye-bye, Jace. Bye-bye, everybody. And give us the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs up. I better give myself one. All right. 20 thumbs up. Fantastic. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. See ya.